Summer travel trouble, the strike that could affect your vacation plans. A dad at Dodger Stadium makes an incredible catch while holding his baby and a beer. The twist that makes the foul ball grab even more interesting. You're watching The Rundown. Hello, everyone. I'm Robin Winston. American Airlines pilots have been picketing outside airports, including here at LAX, as a potential strike looms over new contract negotiations. The Allied Pilots Association says more than 96% of the airline pilots participated in the vote for a strike, 99% of which voted to allow the union to call one. Pilots are requesting a pay increase, fewer disruptions in the system, and a more predictable schedule.
Today, we hope to show management, also our passengers, that there's a problem going into the summer. We want things to go smoothly, but we need to draw attention to the fact that that's not going to happen the way things are going.
The strike will require permission from the Federal National Mediation Board. An American Airlines spokesperson said in a statement that they remain confident that an agreement is within reach and can be finalized quickly. The Federal Aviation Administration is aiming to streamline your next vacation just in time for the busy summer travel season. They're doing it by opening up nearly 170 new direct flight routes. They're mostly along the East Coast, where congestion in the air is especially difficult to manage. Last summer, at the height of the air travel difficulties, more than 50,000 flights were canceled and thousands of others were delayed. The FAA says the new routes will save travel time and make it easier for air traffic controllers to deal with staffing shortages. Thousands of TV and film writers with the Writers Guild of America are striking. Contract negotiations with major Hollywood studios failed Monday night. Among the issue on the bargaining table, the WGA has been pushing for increases in pay and residuals, particularly over streaming content, that is. Union members walked off the job back in 2007 and 2008, sending Hollywood production to a grinding halt for more than 100 days. So this is how this strike will affect viewers at home. First, late night shows such as Saturday Night Live and The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon will go dark. And if this strike continues for a long time, TV series productions will slow down, and we may begin to see the impact by the end of the year. When that happens, reality series or international shows will likely replace your favorite scripted shows. This week, fire agencies are making sure families are ready for wildfires. Fire officials gathered in Chino Monday to teach people how to protect themselves, their properties, and their communities ahead of fire season. And while the winter storms did bring a lot of rain, officials say we cannot let our guard down.
In fact, now is the time to double down on the great work that's underway, to jump on the opportunities in front of us. It's about neighbors helping neighbors, and agencies helping agencies.
State and federal firefighting agencies have already responded to more than 500 wildfires in California just this year. It's time to check in with meteorologist Belen De Leon. She's here to let us know when we could see rain and snow in your weather rundown.
Hi everyone, we've had plenty of cloud cover lately. I know it's May, but it is feeling a bit more like winter than spring. Temperatures are expected to be unseasonably cool, highs in the 60s through the rest of the week, and we're tracking a chance for rain every day, but especially Wednesday evening through Thursday. Now amounts are expected to range between 1/4 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch higher in the mountains and foothills, and the snow levels are expected to drop Wednesday night into Thursday down to about 4,500 feet, so we could see some accumulation above 5,000 feet, less than 5 inches, but you know what? Winter weather has made a comeback. And when we take a look at the next 3 days in the Inland Empire, notice how we have temperatures cooling through Thursday with a greater chance for rain then, and then on Friday, a bit more sunshine, 65. And you find yourself in the mountains, watch out for winds. Winds in the LA mountains expected to reach speeds at 45 miles per hour. So stay dry, bundled up, and hold on.
All right, will do. Police have yet to make an arrest after 2 teens were attacked outside Los Angeles High School. So it happened Monday afternoon near the intersection of Olympic and Rimpau Boulevards in the Mid-Wilshire neighborhood. Police initially reported that the 2 teen boys were stabbed, but then later told us they were cut during some kind of fight.
The 2 individuals that were victims of the cutting were transported to local hospitals, are in stable condition, and the investigation is ongoing. At this time, it is believed that the individuals involved in this incident all know each other.
LA Unified has counselors available on campus. There will also be additional police patrols through the rest of the week. We see street takeovers almost every week, but one became especially dangerous when someone's clothes caught fire, and we're told he's going to be okay, but we want to warn you, the video is pretty scary to watch and you may find it disturbing. So the person who shared this video told us it happened in the LA area on Saturday night. He said spectators were trying to create a ring of fire when things got out of control. You can see a man running away right there with his clothes on fire, and then other participants started patting him down to put the flames out, and we're told the man suffered first-degree burns and is in stable condition, but we're working to confirm that. We've also reached out to the LAPD to get more information about this takeover. Thousands of May Day demonstrators marched to City Hall in downtown LA as a part of International Workers' Day. Activists called for immigration reform and solutions to the housing crisis in Los Angeles. The crowd started gathering around noon Monday, and it culminated in a 5 p.m. march. Demonstrators demanded that local and national leaders move forward with carving out a better path to citizenship and creating a more just society for all. All right, so we all love a good mani and pedi, right? I know I do, but new research shows it could impact your health. NBC's Susan Hogan breaks down a new study on the potential risks of gel manicures and what you can do to protect yourself before your next nail salon visit.
Every time you get a gel manicure, you have to put your hands inside one of these to let the polish dry.
You can kind of think of them as mini tanning beds for your hands.
And that's the potential problem. Dr. Kristen Mismar is a dermatologist with Kaiser Permanente and says the dryers emit ultraviolet light.
UVA is what causes premature aging, so wrinkles, dark spots, thinning of the skin, but importantly, it also can cause increased risk of skin cancer.
A new study by the University of California, San Diego, and published in the journal Nature Communications found that radiation emitted by UV nail dryers led to damage in cells that researchers also see in skin cancer. In the study, researchers used cells from humans and mice and exposed them to UV light for about 20 minutes, which is longer than the 1 to 3 minutes a nail salon says it takes for a customer's nails to dry. The result? Damage to the cells and the DNA.
And they found that after 20 minutes, 20 to 30% of the cells died, and then the rest of the cells that remained actually had mutations in the DNA that are similar to what we see in some skin cancers.
Researchers caution more data is needed to confirm these findings or to even say how many gel manicures you would need to increase your risk, but there are steps you can take to protect yourself at the salon.
Maybe opt for a traditional nail polish instead, another type of manicure that doesn't involve a UV light. Save those gel manicures for special occasions a couple times a year. So you can apply sunscreen, broad spectrum, SPF 30 or higher, before the polish goes on and before you put your hands under the light. They do make gloves with UV protective factor built into them with the fingertips cut off. So this way, you know, you're getting your manicure, you're protecting the majority of your hand, not all of it, but you're definitely decreasing your risk by taking these steps.
And when you take the polish off, Dr. Mismar says to look for images like this that could be signs of trouble.
Any changes, discoloration in the nails. So that could take the form of a dark line, a brown line, a black line, even a red line in the nail, especially if it extends back to the cuticle. Any bumps in the nail, underneath the nail plate, a crack in the nail, or even any color change around the nail and the skin around the nail.
The FDA says UV nail dryers are low risk when they're used as directed. Experts say it's important to not ignore any changes you might notice on your nails. Celebrities, athletes, and fashion icons hit the red carpet for the Met Gala. This year, the event celebrated the work of German fashion designer Karl Lagerfeld, and a lot of people honored him through one of his greatest loves, his cat. LA-born rapper Doja Cat took inspiration from her stage name. She walked the red carpet in a silver Oscar de la Renta gown that featured cat ears. She also wore facial prosthetics to give herself more cat-like features. I like it. Check this out. This attendee showed up incognito, dressed in a full cat costume, posing for the cameras until he finally revealed himself to be actor Jared Leto. Never would have guessed it. He eventually removed the furry costume to reveal an all-black outfit with a cape. Both look great. And music sensation Bad Bunny wore a long shawl made of white roses, and he showed off a backless suit. Ooh, very nice. We're hearing from the dad who made an incredible catch at Dodger Stadium, all while holding his baby and a beer. So Steve Pettit quickly became the talk of the ballpark and of baseball fans all around the country.
The ball just came up and it was just like slow motion and just came right to my hand.
He didn't even flinch, just caught it. He's so cool. The baby's so cool. And listen to this amazing twist. So Steve's family got tickets to the game from his co-worker's brother-in-law, St. Louis Cardinals shortstop Tommy Edman. And Tommy was actually at the plate Sunday when Steve made the catch.
It's just crazy that it all played out like that. I'm like, oh, let's pay attention to Tommy. Tommy's hitting, and here comes the ball, and it was Tommy's foul ball that I caught.
This is so awesome. It all just played out perfectly right. And when Steve's little girl is older, she'll have a pretty cool story to share with her friends. Can't beat that one. That's pretty good. An elementary school principal who was taking out the trash got an unexpected surprise. Take a look. That's James Marsh unlocking the dumpster outside his school in West Virginia. Just as he got it unlocked, a huge bear poked his head out. Oh my goodness, run for it. Marsh took off running, saying the bear actually let out a pretty loud roar. Luckily, the bear ran away in the opposite direction. My goodness, that was unexpected and also very, very scary. I can barely contain myself. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4 weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout your morning commute. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.